Welcome back. We want just to continue where we stopped. Pastor John, what are some of the myths you've had in business that you'd want to debunk? Something you'd want to demystify.
All right. I think for me, there are two things. One of them is very current with the people in our generation. That once you just advertise your thing on Facebook, it will peak. Because most of the people would want to advertise their things, but when you go to them, the quality they are offering is totally below what they are putting on the whatever. And I've realized that for me, the work that you do, that is your billboard. That is what should advertise you. That is what is going to bring referrals. Yes. Don't really rely much on Facebook as much as you rely on quality of the work that you're doing.
What you have done now is what counts more than what you said you're able to do.
Yes. I've had a lot of referrals from people who I just did their work and they were happy. Somebody comes and asks them, hey, who did this work for you? He said, I'm a very good man. Yes. And they are going to call me and give me that job because of that referral. Number two is that when you start a business, you must have money, capital.
Yes.
I usually tell people to start whatever they tell me, Pastor, just give me some money to start whatever. One day, I had that connotation. Yes. And I wanted to buy a printer. When I began out doing graphic design or whatever, I wanted to buy myself a printer and some few other accessories so that I can be able to do printing for myself. Yes. So I went to my guy, the same man I talked about, Mr. Abel. I said, Mr. Abel, I need 30,000 to buy myself an Epson printer. It was costing around 21,000. And I wanted to buy a scanner, so it was around, I think, 4,500 or something like that. So that now I can be able to put up office nilikuwa nayo, niweke hizo vitu. And he said, I'm not going to give you any money. Okay. So I looked at him and I said, number one in my heart, this man has the money. But this man is not a good man because he cannot help me with 30,000 and I know he owns millions. Then this man is not a good man. But he began to explain to me. He told me, now, why do you want the printer? He told me, now you want a loan. It's not money you want me to give you. It's loan you want and you're going to pay. And you want to buy a printer. So he asked me now, why do you need the printer? I said, because if I print for myself, I'll make more money. He told me now, look at this young man. If you buy a printer today, you'll need to buy the papers, you need to buy the ink, you need to have an office and all those kind of things. He told me, why don't you do this? You get a job from somebody, you design for them, then charge them to print, but you are not the one who is going to print. Go to a printer and print for you, then you supply need the commission. I said, this man is thinking, because even that time I was still looking up the way I'm going to get $1 million to buy a large format printer. And now you even cannot raise 30,000. So most people think that you must get capital to start a job. No, you don't need. You need an idea. Yes. When you have an idea, you can use other people's money and resources to make your own money. Then number two, you see, if somebody wants something supplied, because those are some of the things that have helped me in my whatever. You come to me and tell me, I want this carpet. Tell me I can get it. But I don't have a shop. But I can get it for you. So I don't care whether I have a shop. You want the carpet. What I will do, I will look for supplier. Get the samples on my WhatsApp. Or even if it is samples literally, I'll just get them at my own cost. Bring them to you. This is what I want. What you do, pay 75%. I'll bring the whatever, then you pay the other 25%. But you see now, most of us think that you must have money first, put up a big business, stock all those things, and then now begin to do business. That is not the way to go. In fact, most of the people who start like that, they end up failing.
The theory, we should start small.
Start small, grow yourself. I've seen one guy who is my friend who began his business. People in hardware begin their business at 500,000, 1 million. Him, he started at 50,000. Just got a small shop. He already had got people who can supply the materials. Because that is the other thing that people should be able to know. You need connections. Because at the end of the day, if I'm supplying this table, I'm not the one who is manufacturing the table.
True.
What I need is somebody who can supply. One day I went somewhere. I was given a contract. I was told to give a quotation of a big job, around 2 million. So I needed people to supply those whatever. So I went to Thika, got the supplier of those things. Then I talked to them and asked them how I'm supposed to do the things. And they told me, if you buy the first consignment worth 250,000 and a second one, the third one we are going to supply for free, you bring the money later.
Wow. All right.
So if you do the first, you take the
It's
consignment.
the same thing. You
Yes.
build your trust.
Yes.
Your-
If you do take the first consignment, 250,000.
Yes.
The second one,
250.
250. The third one, they will supply for you without paying anything.
Wow.
You go work with those whatevers, then bring the money later.
Wow.
People have things they want to be supplied, to be sold.
Yes.
But they are looking for suppliers. They are
Yes.
looking for people to work with them.
Yes.
So you don't just look for money to buy.
Yeah.
Look for customers.
That's all you need.
Yes.
Then
No.
you look for the people to supply.
Let me tell you something that my brother told me.
Yeah.
My brother told me something that even today, I take it to whatever. He told me, a businessman is a wise man between two fools. Yeah. A businessman is a
Wise man.
wise man
fools.
between two fools. These two fools, there's one fool who has the resources he wants to sell, but doesn't know how to sell them, who to sell to.
Yeah.
The other fool is the person who needs the supply of things, but doesn't know where to get them.
Yes.
So you come in the middle as a
Yeah.
wise man. Connect that person who has this person needs, and the person who has the money and doesn't know where to get them. And then you make your money out of that.
Wow. I think that has done
Wow.
it. Yes.
That's a good one.
Pastor Hassan,
Yes.
talk to me.
Yes.
I would like to know some of the things that have made you a success. What are the things that you have picked here and there that you think have brought you where you are?
That's very interesting because quite a number of things.
Yes.
But to begin with, never miss to be yourself. Myself, I got born again at an early age.
Yes.
By the grace of God, I'm brought up in the church. And I thank God for my father, blessed memories, and my mother.
They were pastors?
Yes, my father was a church elder.
Okay.
And my father is still a church elder
To
up
date.
to now. One of the things they helped us do is to build up Christian values in us.
Okay.
I remember in our family, it's not like these days, going to church was their irreducible minimum.
I get that.
Number one,
yes.
you must go to church.
Yes.
Number two, you must go to church. And number three, you must go to
To
church.
church. Period.
And those days, I remember I was staying in the church. We didn't have the fancy we have now, the luxury.
Yeah.
I remember we used to step down. We used to walk on feet. The best you'd have had is to put on a sandak.
Oh, yeah.
I know sandak will really boil
and
your feet.
Yeah.
I'm
It
telling
was
you.
we
We used to walk a very long distance going to church. But you like it or not, for you to come back in that house and sleep, you have to go to church.
Oh, yeah.
And not because of that, though we never liked it from the beginning,
Yeah.
we were able now to love church.
Yeah.
God started working on us.
Yes.
God started working on me, now upholding Christian values. So
Yeah.
right now, my irreducible minimum is what has made me really, what I am
What you
today
are.
is giving God priority number one.
Yes.
Every other thing can come number two. But the
Yeah.
Bible says, seek ye first the kingdom.
Yes.
And all these other things will be added unto you.
Yes.
So that's what has really kept me going. Number two, you need to be mentored in whatever you do.
In whichever area.
Yes.
Who is a mentor? A mentor is someone who has walked the journey before you.
Period. As simple as that.
Yes. And as the mentor shares his or her experiences, you grow. Like now, we come here every month for mentorship. Because our Father and the Lord has gone ahead.
Yeah.
So we come here to be mentored. So likewise, in business, I've been mentored. In leadership, I've been mentored.
Yeah.
So you need to have a mentor. Very important. Number three, you need to build trust.
Okay.
You must, Pastor John spoke of trust.
Yeah.
You need to uphold integrity.
Yeah.
I remember one day, I've had a lot of experiences on matters integrity, but there's this one I need to share. One day we had a big function where I was working, and I was given permission to outsource catering facility. So I went to this hotel, name withheld for security reasons.
We are about to explain.
I went to this hotel.
Yeah.
Then I met the manager. He was in a meeting. I told him, sir, I told myself, I'm so and so. I'm a manager in such and such a company.
Yeah.
I'm looking for outside catering.
Yes.
The manager threw everybody out of the meeting. The meeting ended abruptly. They said, no, now you guys can leave. I sat down. They told me, listen to me, Bwana Mkubwa. there's a deal here. Give me the business.
Yes.
And we want to agree how much you will take out of the kill. Told me if it will be 500 per head, we will charge the company 1,000 per head, 500, 600 per head. So 100 is yours. So that meeting had almost 300 people training. So you can look at 300, 100
Simple calculations
times 300 times 3 days. And the devil starts to talk to you.
In a familiar
In
language.
a familiar language. Shetani anakujaga na wajukuu na kampuni yake yote. Let me tell you, that was the last time that man saw me in that office. I walked out and I literally blocked his number. I realized it was leading me to hell.
Yes.
Me, I'm honest. Honesty is very important. That you can trust me with anything.
Yes.
And that has kept me going. That has helped me build the trust.
And I think that thing has resonated in every building to last we have been in. Trust.
Trust.
Every man we have brought here has talked about that. Yes.
Trust. So then another area God has helped me is the issue of administration.
All right, talk to me.
Having come up as an administrator, where I've been working, I've been a manager for 17 years, managing different facilities, units.
Yeah.
That ability to put people together and make things move.
Is in itself a genius.
I'm telling you, it's
Yeah.
because the grace of God. Like now, when you deal with diverse culture,
Yes.
and you're able to have them come together. So one of the things that helped me do what I'm doing now is being able to bring people together, give them direction, and let them do what they're doing. So that has also been very, very critical to me, especially in what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, God needs to have a place in what you are doing.
All right.
All that I've done, always God has a place.
Okay. Talk to me about coming out of the place where you're just doing business or you're doing work to solve issues, your problems, your everyday, to giving it a purpose. Yeah.
No, that's not another issue.
Yeah.
We don't start business to solve problems, really.
Yes.
You need to, as you said, you need to move to a place of purpose. To me, you need to ask yourself 5 questions. 5 whys. Why is my business here? Okay. Number 2, why is the business there? Why? Because somebody said, when you insist on the question, you are digging deeper and deeper and deeper until you get the source. Like, for example, somebody say, I want to start a business to make money. Why do you need money? I need money to feel good. Why do you feel good? I have children. Why is children important? So that my children can have a future. Now that is it.
No, you're getting the purpose.
Now you're getting the purpose. So you need to dig deep. We say dig deep before you start the business.
Yeah.
Why am I starting it? People say, somebody told me, Pastor, watu wamenidharau sana. I want to start to grow tomatoes. I want to buy a Pro Box. Hata mimi nikitokea wengine watokeage. Sasa ni problem ya kutokea. Now, unfortunately, that man didn't go far. Because he was solving an emergency.
Oh, yeah.
But then you need to understand, why are you here?
Yes.
For example, why am I running the business I'm running?
Yes.
Why can't I go to office? I have a big office, but then you're welcome.
I'll
and wait to hear on God.
Yes.
And just prophesy, read books. Wait for people to bring the offering to the man of God.
Yes.
To the sent angel of the house. Why must the business be there?
Yes.
So I must understand the purpose
of
the business, because different men of God have different callings. My calling is starting something, mentoring people to be like it. So I cannot do what somebody else is doing.
Also, you need tools for that.
I need tools for that. So that's my purpose. So it's very, very important you understand the purpose. That's why when you come to see prophet, he will ask you, where do you see your business in the next 10 years?
Thank you for tipping me. Yeah.
Yeah, please be ready before he calls you.
Prepare.
Please, I hope he has not watched that clip. So, and the prophet is very clear. That's why the point of mentorship comes in.
Oh, yeah.
You need somebody who talks to your life.
Yeah.
Who tells you the truth even when you don't want to hear.
Okay.
And you are humble enough to listen. So, very
yeah.
important you dig deep to understand. Those of us who are not started, why do you want the start. Please
Yes.
don't. You need to dig. I said to me, you need to dig deeper. Don't build the house on sinking sand.
Oh,
dig
yeah.
deep get to the rock, then
Yes.
to the foundation.
All right.
So it's very important.
Yes, Pastor John, if you can chip in.
Okay, one of the things I've realized with myself is that now, when it comes to giving purpose to your business,
Yeah.
like you're saying, you must just ask yourself questions. Me, I didn't start off as a serious business. I started off as a subsidiary of
Okay.
just my salary, just to get something to be
Extra.
able to sustain my family and whatever. Until I realized that every time I work with people, number one, now this maybe it may come later when it comes to issues of pastoral work and whatever.
Yeah.
When I work with people who are not born again, they get born again.
Yes. Wow. Glory.
Number two, when I work with people, most of them, they go, like now these guys who are seeing here,
Yeah.
they go to school to learn the art and now perfect it. So now
you're giving
yeah,
direction.
you're giving direction to people.
Giving leadership,
No, so
yeah.
people who come and work with me, most of them then don't just end up as just helpers.
Yes.
They grow in what I'm doing,
Yeah.
become like me, and some of them do it even better than I'm doing. So my business is not really just to make money for myself.
Yes.
It's to raise people.
Yeah.
And because also most of the young people, me, I usually work with the young people. I bring people who have not fresh from school and whatever, others who have been frustrated in life, others they're drunkards. They just come and begin to work with me.
Yeah.
And then in the process, you realize huyo mtu ameanza kuona kuna kitu tofauti. And they just want to follow you to church. After some time, I have several in the church who are born again now, serving in the church.
Yeah, through
We met
business.
in business.
Okay.
So business basically for me, it is making money for me. Yes, it's a good thing. But also it is helping me to transform lives. And that is the
your
very
core
most
purpose.
important part for me.
Okay.
I think in other words, we need to answer the question:
Yeah.
why does your business exist?
Aha.
That's
That
what-
is the first question.
That's what. But yeah, so once you know why it's in existence, you are done.
You're done. All right. Let's go deeper.
Yes.
I want you to talk about leadership.
Yes.
What is leadership generally?
There have been several definitions of leadership.
Yes, and I know I'm giving it to you for that
Yes,
reason.
yes. I'll give it this. My understanding of leadership. Leadership is the ability to create a story that will affect the thoughts, feelings, and actions of others in a positive way. In other words, leadership is that ability to create a story that people are able to be impacted with. Like now, if I talk to you, then we are discussing, tomorrow we need to come and clean the church. If I can influence you, if I can, because I'm talking to you, now it affects your thoughts. And because now you've been affected, wait a minute, we need to be here tomorrow. Then it will affect your actions. Tomorrow you will come for the actions. And then now you want to work in a positive way. You become a leader. Yes, so that's my understanding of leadership.
Yes.
So we are talking about writing a story.
Yeah.
That means if it's said there must be a pen and a book to write. So whoever is influencing others
Yes.
is the one who has the pen to write the story. So a leader must be able to write the story that others can buy into.
Yes.
Now, that's why it's very important. Besides what you are doing, you uphold leadership
Yes.
in you.
Yeah.
So that's my definition.
Yes.
Yes.
What are some of the things that you, Pastor, would, for example, in leadership, like you described it, you maybe have another description, but what are some of the things you'd look for in a young person that is coming up? Some of the maybe mistakes you see them do and never attain that place of leadership.
Okay, I think we have a long connotation these days of the issues of leadership. Like now in ministry,
Yeah.
you realize that people look at you where you have gone, and they want to get there without going through the process. They don't, before you see this glass, first of all, ask yourself the thing they dug from the ground
Oh, yeah.
before it became a grass.
Yeah.
You see, people will see the end product, but they have
And
not
want
seen
it, yeah.
the process of coming up with that product.
Yes.
And you see, many young people today, they are rushing into notability. They want to be seen. They want to be noted. They want to be in the high places. But they are not willing to go through the process of making.
Yes. Yes.
And you see, the process is what hardens you. Is what makes you that when you get there on top, you are going to be able to stay there. Anything that comes quick will always go away quick.
Real quick.
You see? But some of us, you see, we can say like now me, I've been serving in the church. Like now we are ministering and also in the church here. I can say I've served like for the past, from 2007. That is 13 years.
Yeah, that's a long time.
You see? Now, can you imagine you come up, you see a person who has gone through a process of 13 years. And you want to get where he is within 1 month?
No.
It is not possible.
It's not possible.
And you see, many young people, that is the greatest undoing of many young people. They don't want the process.
Yeah.
Number two, they don't want to put themselves into it. One of the things I look at when I'm employing somebody or I'm giving them a job or working with them is number one, are they willing to learn?
Oh, that is the first thing.
That's the first thing. Because the difference between a professional and a normal person is the training. What turns a normal man into a soldier? It's not a gun.
The training.
It's the training.
Yes.
You see,
Yeah.
if you're not willing to learn, then you can never become the next level that you want to be.
Yes.
So learn now from here.
Yeah.
Then you can be able to enter and be promoted to the next level. So the process of learning, and sometimes learning is not things you are told, it's things you observe.
Oh, yeah.
You must be keen to listen, and not just listening to what you are told, is listening between the lines what somebody is not saying. You can work with a person for many years,
And never learn anything.
never learn anything. And you can work with a person who is speaking to you every day, and you're not learning.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yet you can work with somebody who is not speaking to you,
Yes.
and you are learning every day.
Yes.
So when I look at a person that I want to work with,
Yes.
number one,
Yes.
are they willing to learn? Even if that person is blank, has nothing, knows nothing.
Yes.
Like now does not know how to handle a hammer, he does
Yeah.
not know how to handle any machine.
Yes.
But is this person willing to learn? Is he ready? Number two, is he putting his heart into what he's doing? Because let me tell you, you see, any product that you're going to get in the market that is good, it's not just the brain.
Talk to me.
It's the brain, plus the heart,
Yeah.
plus the hands.
Yes. Yes.
Before something gets to the hands, it must come from the heart
Oh, yeah.
to the brains
Yes.
if it's going to be perfect. One of the things I believe in, and that's what has kept me now in the issues of my
What has
business,
given you success?
is quality. If I tell you I'm going to do something, I don't cut shorts. I don't have shortcuts.
Oh, you do it.
I am going to do it. And number two, even if you tell me it is good and my heart is not saying it is good, I will not accept it as good.
Wow.
Because it is, before you say it is good, I must first of all certify from my heart
Yes.
that it is good.
You have given it everything.
Yes. So if it is the design I'm doing,
Yes.
sometimes somebody will tell me this design iko sawa.
Eh.
But then naona your font, ingiani. So I go back again and still work on it until I feel my heart is satisfied with it. So somebody comes to me, are you willing to learn? Number one.
Yes.
Number two,
Yes.
are you putting your heart into what you're doing?
Yeah.
Because if you don't put your heart, we are going to have shoddy products.
Yes.
And if we have shoddy products, tumeharibu kazi ya ile
Kazi yote.
tunafanya. So every person who is coming up must come number one. Even if you're putting a brick, because there are people who are very brilliant in their minds.
Yeah.
But when it comes to doing the work, they're doing a shoddy job.
Yeah. Okay.
You see? So every one of us, like we are saying, number
Yes.
one, are you willing to learn?
Yes.
So that you can grow from one level to another. There's a statement that you may have heard me say that if I learn something today, nisikie nimelearn kitu ambayo sikuwa najua. You hear me say, now I can go and sleep. Because in life, I believe every day must be a learning process.
Yes.
I must learn something new.
All right.
And when I have an apprentice or somebody I'm working with that is willing to learn, my heart is very happy.
Talk to me, Pastor Hassan. What
Yes.
would you look in an apprentice?
Actually, to add on what Pastor Jonas said,
Yeah.
character is very, very critical. Somebody said that if I had two young men I'm looking for, I want to mentor in matters what I'm doing. If the two guys are gifted, so if the gifting,
Oh, they are the same?
the same,
Yes.
even if one is gifted more than the other,
Yes.
let me say A is gifted more than B,
Yeah.
but A has no character, and the B has character.
Yeah.
I'll go for B.
Why is that?
Because what you build over time can be destroyed overnight through character.
One.
So it's very important. The people we are developing must uphold character, because it is the character that will hold what you have built over time.
Ah.
So as we train young people, they need to about character.
Yeah.
It's one of those pastor is spoken of character. Look at the attitude. Look at the humility. People are not humble. Especially these young men who are coming from school.
Yeah.
I remember, I've also been there.
Oh, yeah.
I remember when I left school, when I left university, there was this mindset.
Connotation.
I was living in another world. I knew once I finished school, I'm going to get to Nairobi. I used to love wearing suits. Thank God now I can put on suits. And there was this mentality that I want to go to Nairobi,
Yeah.
get a good job,
Yeah.
a big office. I was very particular.
Yes.
A big office.
Yes.
I was with a secretary, say, marry a beautiful wife. Thank God I already have one.
Yeah.
Then there's a life I was looking for.
Yes.
That high life.
Yes.
And I didn't want anything less than that.
Yeah.
And because of that, I went to look for employment in the wrong places. You don't do horticulture, you go to look for jobs in Nairobi. I was wrong.
That is so practical.
The mentality that you see, me, I went to school
Yeah.
to live well.
Yeah.
Actually, I even had the salary here. Yeah?
What you wanted to start
Well, I
with.
wanted to start earning.
Yes.
So, the earlier you learned from that dream world,
Yes, the better.
So, I look at the young people,
Yeah.
the willingness and the ability to learn.
Oh, yeah.
Because and every graduate, after your graduation,
Yes.
you are in the air. So you need to be told, ladies and gentlemen, belt up for landing.
Yep. Yes.
And then I went to a company.
Yeah.
I knew an institution where they had 6 management trainees. And they told me, these guys have failed, they're useless. They cannot be anything. But I said, wait a minute.
Yeah.
How can a graduate be useless?
Yeah.
These guys have gone to school for 4 years. Nairobi University,
Yeah.
to Nairobi, there was another from KU, and then from Maseno University,
Yeah.
and then from, how can they? So, and I said, wait a minute, let me have a session with them.
All right. Yeah.
Then I had a session with the young men. I realized they had been misunderstood.
Ah.
So I gave them 3 months of just going and doing what they love. Then
3
from there
months.
now, we were able to go through them and say, these guys are well schooled. But the turning point was character.
Character.
You can be schooled, well educated, well gifted, but if your character is wrong, you will not manage.
Yeah.
Samson had a great calling.
True.
Samson, the judge, did exploits,
It is true.
but then he didn't have character.
Yeah.
And because he didn't have character, he lost his vision. He lost his calling
Yeah.
at the lapse of a woman
It is true.
because of lack of character.
Yeah.
I've seen young men, and I hope they are watching me,
Yeah.
who go for internship.
Yeah.
And I see ladies who go for internship, then they end up in bed with their bosses. They miss it altogether. So you don't allow don't mortgage your calling, don't mortgage your gift on anything. Character. So character is paramount to me.
Yeah.
And Pastor has spoken of faithfulness
Yes. Yeah.
and patience.
Yeah.
People don't want to wait.
Oh,
You
yeah.
want it, I want it now.
Now.
If not now, it's now. Yeah? It's not like, but we need to go through a process.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, actually, I never understood why someone cannot employ me
You never
because I
got
have no experience. Now they say all the qualifications they are talking about I have,
Yes.
but now they say 5 years experience. I tell you, wait a minute, they should try me. Why experience?
Yes.
But now having been there, I understand. Even wine sweetens with age.
It is true.
So experience is very important.
Yeah, yeah.
So again, that's what I love to add on that.
Yeah. Something.
Okay,
Yes.
I think there's also something I think to add on what Pastor Hassan is saying.
Yeah.
There's a problem with the young people. Not a problem, an issue with the
Yeah.
young people, because when they come, you want to employ them, or to give them a job, or to work with them. Number one, they're asking, how much are you giving me?
Oh, money first.
Yes.
Manifest.
There are people they have not even seen the job you want them to do. How much do you pay per day? And in my work, in my few days, my few years in business, I've realized that it's not every job you get paid by money.
There are more important things in a job than
Yes,
money.
there are 3 currencies you can get paid with in any work that you're doing.
Okay.
And money is the lowest currency.
So,
Number one is
Yeah.
experience. Let's talk about the highest, which is connection. Network.
Yeah.
There is one client you can work for.
And you're set.
And you can sit in your office and be settled. Ya kwamba your life will make it.
Yeah.
While the connection they have, that one client will connect you to 100 of them.
Oh, all right. Yeah.
So you'll begin now to network with people who are even above your class because of that one person you worked for, and you satisfied their whatever.
Yeah.
Number two, there's what you call experience. There are things you do with somebody, or there's work you work for somebody, you gain experience.
Yeah.
Even if you don't get any single coin, the education you have gotten, the experience you have gotten is beyond money.
And you don't have to witness the loss if they're big.
Yes.
Yeah, experience is power.
You see? Then now number three is money. So now when somebody comes to you and they're thinking about how much they're going to get, that person you need to put them, because they will even hijack your work. Or even kuharibu kazi yako. Why? Because their mind is not into quality.
It's money.
It's not into what you're doing. It's in what they're getting. I employed some few guys some times ago to do some work for me. I had trained them.
Yeah.
So I told them, now this is the work I want you to do. But because they had reached to a point that now they are just getting money, even if sometimes we would go with them and we would find that leo tomato mahali fulani we didn't do the work, and I'll still pay them. So I left them to do the work. My friend, wakaharibu materials. You see, and they worked for 3 days. So wameharibu materials zangu and whatever. And now when I'm coming to look at the job they have done, I had to redo the work and buy other materials on top. So you see, that person is money oriented.
Oh yeah.
That person is not thinking that this man can be able to give them a job. And when I see, because my belief is that when I see that you're good enough, I'm just going to release you to do the work.
Oh yeah.
I can be called by Pastor Hassan, he wants some work done in Omuruti. I tell him I'm going to send you my guys. Not because I'm going to take the contract and employ them.
No.
For them to do the whole contract. Why? Because I trust them. But when somebody thinks of money
first. Yeah.
that one will never get the inheritance that you are preparing them for. So people need to begin to think, number one, who can this man connect me with?
Yes.
When I'm working for Pastor Hassan, what is his connection? What is his network? Number two, what experience am I getting? Number three, now you think about the few coins that you're getting. Even if you're not getting good money, the experience you're getting, the connection, can be able to multiply your resources in the future. So as a young person, when I look at people and they come and they ask, I know this person does not understand.
Yeah, those are the people you will supervise.
Yes, I'll be very keen. Hii kitu kata mzuri. And I'll be very hard on them. Hata kama amekata mzuri. Namwambia hujakata mzuri. Why? Because I want that person to change their mind.
All right.
Until they know that I'm not just here for the money.
Because
let me tell you, some of us, we have never gone to school to learn the arts that we are doing.
By the way, it is true.
We have learned, sometimes me, I would, like now most of the work I do interiors and whatever, I would employ people, like now Prophet amenipea kazi, once it's done in the church or in his house and whatever, give some people to do the work, then I would be there to supervise. Oh, so this is the way you do it, okay. Next time you're not getting the job.
Yes.
You are sacked on the spot. It is true.
You see, I work with you. I'll sit down there to learn. Even though I've not gone to school to do computers and whatever, I have sat with the people who would come to repair the computers, and I look at the way they are storing the XP and whatever. Oh, so inafinyango hivi. Okay. Then after they are gone, I would demolish everything they have put and put it afresh. And now I know huyo nimefuta kazi. Why? Because you learn from them.
It is true.
You may not be getting any money, but you are learning the art.
You are learning the art.
So today the things I can be able to do is because there are some people I sat with. Some of them, they even charge you for you to learn. And you will pay.
It is
but
true.
you have learned. Some of them you are going to give yourself a whole day or even 2 or 3 days to work with them as their helper, yet you are the boss.
Yes.
To learn.
So you have been given the contract to do.
Yeah.
You don't know how to do it, you don't have a clue. But now, you get people to do it.
You accompany them there.
You accompany them there. You unajifanya kama unajua. But you are there. Kile wanafanya.
Pastor, I'll start checking you again.
you are learning. You are learning in the process.
Yes.
Next time they don't get the job. So because now you have paid them even the money you have paid yourself.
Yes.
So now next time they don't why you have gotten the whatever.
Yes. Pastor Hassan.
But now you see, but you see, Pastor John, that's very interesting. You cannot do that unless you are humble.
You said it.
That's where humility comes in. And this is how to define humility.
Yes.
The ability to learn. The ability to know that there are things you don't know.
Yes.
They are built to know that you can learn something from somebody.
Yeah.
It is humility.
Ah.
The moment you thought you knew everything,
Yeah.
you are proud. People never think they are proud. But this is how you know. Let me help you. Listen to me.
Yes.
This is how you know you are proud.
Yes.
If you think you know everything, you're proud.
Ah.
One day,
Yeah.
in my young years of management,
Yes.
I had an experience with one boss.
Uh-huh.
He was of Asian descent. He told me, listen to me, you can work everywhere. He asked me, how, sir? He told me, when you get to a new company,
Yes.
post like you understand everything. That's a leader.
That's a leader.
Yes. A leader will give direction.
Yes.
That's why I believe I can run any institution, because
Yes.
I'm a leader.
Yeah.
So he told me, first 2 weeks of your orientation, people are very honest with the new boss. So he'll tell you, how do you operate? They will explain everything. Sir, this is how you operate this. You know, you are in your familiarization tour, but you are learning. So humility allows you to learn.
Yeah.
So they will explain, tell me how you do this. They'll explain everything, fatigation,
And they'll say with honesty.
and passion.
And they're also thinking you know.
Yes,
So they want to also prove.
Yes. Now, after a month, now when you come back to work, you go and take notes. You know what you're supposed to do. So when you come, you ask, why are you not doing it right? Because humility
Yes.
allowed you to learn. Let me tell you, some of the our young people, they are not humble. I remember when I was here, serving under prophet.
Yes.
I was still a manager.
Yes.
Manager, a whole manager.
Yeah.
But I used to brush prophet's shoes.
Ah,
I remember
talk to
when we
me,
went to chapel,
Yeah.
Pastor Solomon was our boss. All of us, we honor that man of God.
Yes.
So I didn't really enjoy being an interpreter
Yeah.
like I enjoyed serving as security.
Really?
Kukaa kwa ile corridor.
Yeah.
I loved it. And now what we used to compete is to make sure you are the one to take his shoes for brushing.
Oh, yeah.
We believe that's where the anointing was.
Yes.
A whole manager, production manager.
Yes.
That's what I was going for. That is not
Brushing
possible.
the shoes.
And when I go back to work, yes, sir, heads are rolling.
Yes.
But to come to the house of God, you humble.
Yes.
People don't want to humble. They want God to help them on their terms. It
Oh,
cannot
yeah.
work. So when we listen to young people, you look at humility. Like in our family, we believe in yes, sir. I am able to know somebody who comes from this family.
Oh, yeah.
Honor.
Honor.
We believe in talking to senior people with humility.
Yes.
We believe in appreciating them.
Yeah.
I remember something as we come out of that aspect.
Yeah.
I remember one day, our young people, we look at vision.
Yeah.
What does he want to do?
Uh-huh.
Where do you see yourself?
Yeah.
I don't want to waste my time on somebody who's seeing now and money. I want to know your vision.
Yeah. Okay.
One day, I went for an interview in another company. Of course, again, them withheld.
Withheld, yes.
So the MD asked me, young man, why do you want this job? I told him, sir, I've been looking for an opportunity of becoming a managing director. And here I see an opportunity of becoming one. So, sir, if you give me this job, I see myself taking off from you. I got the job.
You got the job?
And when I went for interview,
Yeah.
you know, the challenge with interviews, you can get intimidated in the waiting room.
Oh, yeah.
You look at this speaker, he looks well built. Kuna kitambi mzuri. The guy has a big file. And you see how you come. Me, I went by Matatu. The guy came driving. So, and I looked younger than all of them.
Yeah.
I really felt intimidated.
Oh, yes.
But I told them, sir, I have always wanted to become an MD. And here I see an opportunity of becoming one the shortest time possible. So me, I'm here because I want to become an MD. I want to take off from you. I got the job.
Who? The same guy employed you?
Yes.
The one you had to take over
Yes. He told me, you know what? You have the job. I don't want to stay in this job. I want to go. So I take you. Please land first, take off from me. So you look at where they want to be.
Oh, yeah, their vision, their goals.
Their goals in life. Yes.
As we come at the end of this program, I want you just to have a parting shot. Tell us something that you'd want the world there to know. Yes, Pastor.
Well, I think like I said, one thing I can say to every person or every young person who is rising up, like I started, is that it is possible.
Okay.
I don't know why I like that statement.
That's
because it has helped me.
To open your mind, yeah.
When I came to town, number one, I suffered inferiority complex. Because me, I was brought up in
Ushago.
Now you've come to town. That back then was the time there was Sheng.
I can see
Sheng.
you.
Oh,
And
yeah.
you don't know?
Sheng. Sasa umetoka Uchago.
Ujui?
You don't know Cheng. So these guys wanakusengenya ukiwa hapo,
Ushikanishi.
wanacheka, and you join the laughter. You see,
Without knowing.
without knowing, they are laughing at you. So, but that aspect of me knowing that I want to make it in life, whether I'm going to come through a tunnel, whether I'm going to come through a highway, but I know it is possible, and there is a way out at the end of the day. And that is what I would say, even in business. If you are willing to put your heart into it and put everything into what you're doing, there is a way out.
Thank you, sir. Yes, Pastor.
This is what I'll say to all of us,
Yeah.
especially the young people. Please be focused in life. Have focus in anything you are doing. Actually, for you to be focused in life, you need to get rid of what I call interferences. There's too much noise in you and outside you. So you need to get rid of all your interferences, be focused in life, be focused in what, there's so much peer influence. That's interferences. And I believe we all have not just potential, but amazing potential. So for us to be focused in life, you need to get rid of interferences, and your performance will be high. And this is what I'll say. Your performance is equal to your potential minus interferences. So your potential is 100%.
Yes.
So the level of your interferences will affect your performance. So please get rid of your performance and you'll be focused. Thank you.
I believe you've learned so much today. And with that comes the end of our program. I want to appreciate our prophet even again for this chance and opportunity even to speak to the world out there. If you have had something that you can implement, and they said even before, don't postpone the opportunities that you're having. Grab them and perform them immediately. May the Almighty God bless you. Let me make a prayer. Heavenly Father, we thank you, we worship you, we glorify your name. Thank you, dear Father, for what we have learned today, Lord. Father, I pray that someone out there that is hearing us, may they take action to transform their lives. In Jesus' mighty name have we prayed and believed.
Amen.
It's bye-bye from us.